What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in back on the Shuffle Squad's YouTube channel. I'm just fixing some stuff here. But we'll get started pretty quickly here. I'm excited to get some games on, so I'm multitasking at the moment. I am trying to save photos from a trip of mine. I was actually to Orlando for Disney before they expire. So what I'm trying to do is just make sure I have everything saved. They expire tomorrow, and then just kind of make sure I have access to it at all times. But today, definitely going to start with the deck that all the hype's about. It's going to be Raging Bolt Ogrepon. And I know it's got a ton of hype recently. I know it's doing well in online tournaments. And today I'm trying my camera at a new angle on the side instead of directly in front of me. So I didn't fix all of my background here. But there's still enough back there. There's still, little plushies. You can see the other stuff back there. That's just deck boxes. That's the big pink deck box back there. So all you see in CR is the deck. Good. I think so. Personally. Like, I like the deck a lot. It is really strong. It can attack as early as turn 1. Turn 1 can hit anywhere from 140 all the way up to 280, even 350. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Deck is good. It's consistent. It's fast. It's going to have its matchups it struggles against, obviously. I'll show all the cards the best I can. TCG Live isn't the best. There's no way for me to kind of bring it out. But what I could do... so these are the Pokemon. Pretty standard. These are probably pretty standard lists that you guys have seen. Doing well in online tournaments. Pokemon line's fairly straightforward. So, 4 Raging Bolt. Obviously, it's your main attacker. Most of the time, it's your only attacker. 3 Teal Mask Ogrepon. Some of the lists we're playing 4. I did think about it. That might be a change we make live on stream while we're going. But I'm in favor of the 2 Squawkabilly right now because when you prize it and you really need to get going and you really need a turbo out on turn 1 and you don't have it, sometimes you don't find the Hisuian Heavy Ball. So, like, I like having 2 just so I always have access to it. But again, a lot of this stuff can change. And then 1 Greninja, Radiant Greninja 1. Cornerstone, Mask Ogrepon. Reason I like this, decks like Chen Pao just kind of don't have an answer to you besides, like, the one of canceling clones, so you can kind of sit on it. And then this is how you hit through Mimikyu, because Demolish isn't affected by effects of attacks. So you get to hit through Mimikyu. Give me a second here. The thing is, when I play this, I want to play it with a Thornton. That way, whether you're using Sada to get onto a Raging Bolt, or accelerating energy onto the Teal Mask Ogrepon, you can Thornton straight away into this, otherwise it takes too long to power up. So, I do want to play a Thornton in here. I just haven't made the cut yet online. I did it, like, IRL for testing. I forgot what I got rid of, to be honest. It might have been a Pokegear. I think it was Pokegear. So trainers, pretty straightforward. 4 Sada, 2 Boss, 2 Iono. That's your supporter line. 4 Nest Ball, 4 Earthen Vessel. Those are your max consistency cards. 4 Poke Gear, 3 Energy Retrieval, 3 Switch Cart, 2 Trekking Shoes, which has been fine so far. 2 Pokestop, 1 Hisuian Heavy Ball, 1 Lost Vac, 1 Pal Pad, and then 2 Brave Charms to round off the tools here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a second. Let me make sure I save those. Like I said, sorry, multitasking. I just got to save these before they all expire. Ram, the 2 Squawkabilly is interesting. Yeah. Like I said, I have had games where I'm like, I really wish I could get going, or like my turn 1 is so close to being perfect, or maybe my hand's a little dead, and then I search for the Squawkabilly via Nest Ball. Unfortunately, it was prized. I know it only happens 1 out of every 10 games. Approximately, that's the math when you play a 1 of. But like, this deck is so good at being aggressive, attacking first, hitting early, hitting for high numbers, where I was like, I don't want to risk prizing it, so I'm going to play 2 Squawk for now. Again, those are changes that can be made live on stream, or the more I play the deck. Mochi, what's good? Tango Goat, appreciate you. We're going to get into some Raging Bolt Ogrepon, because it is all the hype right now. And then the energies, 6 Grass, 3/3, Lightning Fighting Split. So, nothing too crazy. Like I said, it's pretty standard. Let me just make sure I have these saved. 1, 2. So what I'm doing right now, because I procrastinated and waited so long, I am on the My Disney app. That's for when you go to Disney World and all the parks and stuff. And 30 days after your vacation, your photos expire. So right now I'm trying to save all my pictures to my phone so I have them. That way I could post them, have them forever, and whatnot. But, of course, I waited. Today's the last day when they expire, because we were back. During the Orlando Regional, I stayed in Disney with my girlfriend Amanda and some of our friends to do Disney World for the week, because that's what we always do. Huge Disney fans, by the way. So, yeah, that's what we decided to do. That's why our new puppy's named Pumbaa. Like I said, huge Disney fans. But, yeah. We'll hop into some gameplay here. No, she said this deck bad, but we love Disney. Hey, we're going to find out what the hype on this deck's about. Gary Phillips, is buying a booster worth it? I always think it's worth it. Are you talking about a booster box or a booster pack? Either way, I think a booster box of the new set, at least one, my opinion, is always like worth it. You get a lot of trainers out of there, get a lot of your staples. Then whatever you don't pull, obviously you buy singles for. But when you are trying to build decks, buying singles is usually a better way to go. PJ, oh my goodness, it is. It's me. Is that my favorite TSS manager? But yeah, like I said, I was multitasking, saving these pictures right now. But yeah, this deck got a ton of hype, so I did want to cover it. There were some crazy online tournament results where Raging Bolt Ogrepon took up so much of the top cut, where it was like, man, was it just a sheer amount of players that like played it, so like the volume was there, or like is the deck that good? Because like off the top of my head, I think of so many like iffy to bad matchups it can have that I'm like, I don't know how it just dominated like that. So I was like, let's check and find out right now. Gary, you said a box? Yeah, like I said, I think a box is always worth it. You do get staples. There are some other cards besides the staples. You get like, say, certain, rares. So like in this set, Monkey Dory's a rare, right? So it's like, you don't really, I mean, you could buy those singles, but more than likely you'll just pull them. So I would definitely buy a box. Give me 1 second, and then I'll queue up a game here, guys. Alright, so in front of the castle, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cool. So I'm on pace. Alright. Let's get into some games here. Moshi was like 13 in top 16. Yeah. It was some crazy conversion number like that. So, Ram said the deck's taking format by storm. Raging Bolt quadrupled in price. Yeah. Like I said, it garnered a lot of hype. Deck is extremely aggressive. It's good. It seems to be good. Doesn't seem to be too difficult to play. So it probably is attractive to, you know, a good majority of players. Which I don't think, like, there's anything wrong with that. I think the price in Raging Bolt, the reason why it shot up so much, is like at first, no one really cared for the card. It was like a bulk EX, and then now all of a sudden, the hype's around it, so everyone's trying to buy him quickly, drives the price up, but it should normalize too. Nice leaves, by the way. Hey, well, thank you. Ram, meanwhile, you ordered a Chen Pao core instead. Bolt, Mochi, yeah, best of one deck. It definitely is a good best of one deck. It's alright, there's nothing wrong with a Chen Pao core. I think... Oh, and there's two versions to play this deck, too. You can play with Boss or Pokemon Catcher. I don't know which one I like yet. We'll figure it out as we go. But, I don't think there's anything wrong with Chen Pao either. Ram, Chen Pao's good. I don't think much changes for it next format. But I don't think that's like one of the matchups where it's like it's iffy for me, where I'm like, does Raging Bolt Ogrepon beat Chen Pao? It's like yes and no, right? So like that matchup, in my opinion, is like whoever takes the first two prizes is probably going to win that matchup. So if like I'm the Chen Pao player, I just won't bench Chen Pao if I'm going first. And if I go second, obviously I can't attack, so I just won't bench a Chen Pao yet. Force Raging Bolt Ogrepon to only take a one prizer. Then I'll put my Chen Pao in play, take the first two prize cards, and then we just get to trade from there. So I feel like deck is fine. We will take the mulligan. Let's see how thoughts on Lugia. Yassine. Sorry if I butcher your name there. Apologies, but yeah, Lugia is still Lugia. It's like Lugia's good in this format. I think Minchino's really good. Could one-shot anything. The issue with Lugia is just going to remain the same that it's always been. And that's its difficulty in setting up. But the good thing about this new Lugia is that we're playing against Charizard, so I would hate to, like... I mean, Iono's probably fine, but I do want energy and discard. Yeah, well, Iono. Yeah, Lugia's fine. The issue has always been with Lugia right now is, like, just consistently setting up. But I did play Lugia to EUIC. I did get day 2 with Lugia. Deck felt really good. And then the new supporter in this set, Carmine, that you can play on turn 1. I feel like that's a really big boost for Lugia's consistency, because now you can play your supporter turn 1 and turn 2. So if you like open an Archeops, you're able to get them in discard piles early as turn 1, so that definitely helps the deck. Unfortunately, we're losing a Sada and our only Super Rod, but it is what it is. But yeah, I still like Lugia. Yeah, we want the Vessel for sure. Grab this and a fighting. Hopefully this gives us a Nest Ball real quick. That's cool. Give us 2 Nest Balls, even better. So what I'm going to do first, before I play the second Nest Ball, I'm going to use Teal Mask Ogrepon Teal Dance. I want to draw a card. In case it is a Pokemon, I can Nest Ball for the one I'm missing, because I want Ninja and a Bolt. It was neither, so I guess that's fine. I'm just going to grab Bolt, though, because next turn I'm going to Sada, so I want 2 targets. Let's see, there are 2 Lightning in here. So I'll attach fighting, then we'll pass it over to my opponent. Alright, so let me see now. Hold on here. There's 1, 2, 3. Pingy there. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ram. When we get Kingdra EX, Chen Pao will go crazy. Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool card. Cool addition into Chen Pao. I think we had like a similar Kingdra like that in the past, so that'll be interesting to see. Mostly we just got to keep playing the regular C-Pao. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, like it's still good, right? It's not like it's bad. The problem with it is like, if Dragapult is as popular as it should be at NAIC, like a deck in the meta, Dragapult should absolutely run through all the Chen Paos. Not only because of the spread damage, but even if you evolve up into Excaliburs, they could just spread damage around and then have a big Devo play at once when your board when you're board locked pretty much, and then wipe your board of all Excalibur and Frigibax, so next turn you just can't attack at all. Then every time you bench one from there, they can gust it up, or just KO it with spread damage from like Dragapult plus combination of Radiant Alakazam and all the shenanigans. Squawk! Legacy Energy. Yeah, Ram. Legacy Energy is actually really good, too, for Lugia. I think if you play Lugia, you definitely have to play it with the Roseanne's backup now. I know you don't get to reuse, like, the ability of Legacy Energy, but getting to just reuse it in general is really, really good. It doesn't matter if your opponent doesn't take one less prize card anymore during a knockout. Just getting to use it over and over is really good. And then which Ogrepon is? The Wellspring Mask Ogrepon is actually really good in Lugia too. Now we have something that hits the bench, which I think Lugia was missing desperately. We already know our prize cards, but we'll look again. Yeah. Now, thing is, I don't have energy in the discard pile, so this has to get us a vessel or just hit energy. That's cool. So we lost both boss, but we have Palpad. Or one boss. Why'd I say two? I'm tweaking. We'll do this. We'll grab a fighting and a grass. We'll draw a card here. Our opponent's freaking out right now. Like, whoa! They have so many energy on board. They're going to one-shot my Charizard. How is this possible? Sorry to break it to you, bud. That's just kind of what the deck does. Our opponent now is like, wait a minute. How did you get all that? We're probably going to get Iono here, so it's probably a good time to put back Boss and Asada. And our opponent, who thought this was like never happening now, was like, there's no way that just happened. They already prepped the Radzard, so they're going to definitely respond with it. So we'll probably just take the energy off the active. Like both energy off the active. Are there two with my hand up in that picture? Yeah, there are. You see why they have to bring back EX? Are you talking about like the X and Y EX? Because that was a little different. They brought back the lowercase EX, which is like from like 2010, which was a great format, by the way. But yeah, after V, going back to lowercase EX, I guess, was their next step. I think they were probably just, I don't know, didn't have another mechanic maybe to like use. So we're going to save that, see what our opponent does here. And it's Arc Zard. I mean, I guess we are in Arc League, right? So that's why they're playing Arc. I don't know. It's a terrible joke. But, like, why are they playing Arc and Zard? I don't know. Ah, that was actually pretty good play. Prime Catcher bring up the Raging Bolt that I was saving with the energy. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's see. I mean, we have a gear. We have retrieval. The thing is, I was hoping we could just take, like, another 2-prize KO this turn. That's kind of why, like, I like the catcher version so much. We'll see. There were lowercase EX back in Delta Species. Oh, yeah, you're right. Totally forgot about that. Oh, yeah. Back in Delta Species. But yeah, if you guys look at the link actually in the chat that PJ just sent for Advanced GG, one of the newest sponsors for the Shuffle Squad, which is awesome, in my opinion. But if you use the code TSSWIN30, you get 30% off your order. And this is only valid until the 31st. So that is in 2 days. So I would definitely recommend taking full advantage of that ASAP. Whoa. Alright, so we did top deck Asada. It's pretty cool. I do have Prime Catcher. So we are going to get a 2-prizer, like I said. But they have Jamming Tower, so Brave Charm doesn't save us. But, like, I kind of want to take a 2-prize knockout, no matter what here. Let me just do this first, actually, before I shuffle. Like, I mean, need this to kind of close out the game in case I need 2 attacks. So we could just Vessel a Vessel. Grab the grass. And then let's see what our best option is here. I'd like to hit a Pokestop and bump the Jamming Tower. We hit this. Vacuum's fine. Now I just want to hit a Brave Charm. Can we hit, like, everything? I mean, I could Nest Ball for Ninja. But, like... that means there's a chance I don't get to attack. So that's probably never correct. Okay. So if I knock out this Radiant Charizard, right, they have to respond with a Charizard EX. But the thing is, they're down to 2 prize cards already. So if I counter catcher around this Radiant Zard, we just lose, right? Like, there's nothing I could do. I have to have the Brave Charm. I have to bump this. So I am going to concealed cards. There's a Pokestop that doesn't get us Brave Charm. Okay, we have energy for days. But, like... is there a world where I don't swing here? Like, yeah. This actually might be a world where I just do this. And, like, wait. Yeah. Because it just doesn't make sense. Like, if I Prime Catcher and knock out the Arc, like, they just respond, KO me with Zard, they win the game. If I KO Zard, which is fine, that's a threat right now. They drew cards, they benched 2 of these, they just go Rare Candy Zard, KO us. What I want to do is wait to find a Brave Charm, which we should be almost guaranteed next turn. And once we find the Brave Charm, then we have Boss or Prime Catcher. We can knock out the Zard EX that they're setting up. And then Radiant Charizard can no longer KO us. Leading to Squawk was just awful because they got an easy 2-prizer. Otherwise, this would be 4 prizes to 4. And I would have just knocked out the Arc, and I know we just win the game. So, like, leading Squawk in this matchup is just terrible. But, had no choice. We're forced to lead Squawk. Okay. Don't tell me they have boss. Alright, so it's almost everything we're looking for, but they got Starbirth for 2 cards. I find it really difficult to believe they didn't have Candy or Zard in hand. They should have searched for boss. Yeah. So our opponent only won that game because we led Squawk. Otherwise, they never win this. If we don't lead Squawk, Charizard never wins this matchup. So they got extremely lucky there. So we'll play another one. How many there are? 1, 2, 3, 4. So hopefully we pair a Zard again so I can show you guys that Charizard's like absolutely free. I just led Squawk. Otherwise Charizard has no chance winning that game. Literally no shot. I guess I could have attached to like Squawk and retreated. So like that probably is my fault. I should have done that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look, we're leading Squawk again. But at least we have switch cards this time, so like it's not going to be stuck there. Alright. Playing against Dragapult. Really easy matchup for Raging Bolt Ogrepon too. In theory, at least on paper. So we'll see. Our start is pretty bad though. I'm kind of glad at least we led Squawk. Give me a second here. I'm gonna share my live stream because I completely forgot to. So let me just get on socials real quick and share it. If it ever wants to paste, there we go. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. Alright. Let's see. That's like when you started Double Luminion at Orlando twice. Now the luck is mean here. Coco, Jabro. I'm so sorry to hear that is awful. Great! All 3 switch cards in our hand. Like, so that's the only thing with live. Like, live is so unrealistic. Like, this is never happening in real life. It's so unrealistic. Our 1 rod's in there. Okay, nothing too shabby. Unfortunately, though, our hand is pretty dead. Gonna thin the deck out. I put a lightning in there already, so let's put the fighting in there too. We'll I'll just grab... There's one lightning, one fighting, and hand wave of lightning, so it's got a fighting and another grass. Cool. I wish I had one of these before the switch card, because I could burst roar right now. Like, that would be cool, but... we can't. So, we're living on the top deck. Those are precious metals. You tied your winning into stall. Ah. Sorry about that. What were you playing? Yeah, Coco. Live's like, you don't know how to shuffle. I'm like, okay. Guess I don't. But it's all good. It is what it is. We'll get the next game. If need be. Like I said, sorry for like my delayed and slow response at the moment. I'm just tweeting out I am live on socials so people can come join. Do this. Who else am I missing here? You were playing Tina and you needed one more turn. Dang. Was there a way you could have like scooped one of the games to like get it moving quicker? Or did you kind of have no choice? Alright, cool. Can build out a little bit here because we look for Ninja. Excuse me. We could have got a Teal Mask Ogrepon, but Ninja lets us draw 2. It's a Sada. Awesome. Great how one card leads to many. Cool, and we do get a Teal Mask Ogrepon anyway. Unfortunately, if you look at our discard pile, turn 1 said, here's all 3 of your switch carts. So, we don't have a switch cart. Part of me here, like, doesn't want to take a 1-prizer. What do you know? We don't got to take a 1-prizer because we got the Prime Catcher. Okay, so, like, I could just take the, like, I do want to take a 1-prizer, I guess, if it's a Dracloak. I feel like Rotom's, like, always there. They committed the energy here to Dracloak. This is, like, their consistency. Yeah, it's probably a little better to take Dracloak. Zard can't one-shot us yet. Bellowing Thunder. We're going to get rid of 1 fighting on the active, and then this one. The reason I got rid of it on the active is because I'm assuming I'm going to find Sada, and then I can Sada it right back on. Which, in hindsight, might have been a mistake. But I was like, I know I prized a Vessel, I know I prized a Retrieval, so it's like, I had pretty good odds to just cycle energy back into my hand anyway, if I needed it. Let's see what else I can do. Sorry guys, I'm posting this to socials real quick. Alright. Got it posted there. As I was taking my time posting that, our opponent still did nothing. So... Alright. So, they did find a Zard. They didn't take a one-shot. They didn't do much else on their turn. Okay. What do I want to do first? I think I want to, like, Sada first, low-key. Yeah, before I do anything. I'll go here. Sure. Okay. So this, I do... Yeah, it'll be 2 grass, so I'll Ninja. Look, we have all 3 Pokegear in hand, so it's going to get Iono to the bottom again, folks. We definitely have knockout on the Charizard. That's not my concern. My concern is when we get Iono'd, what's our follow-up? So... It's not gonna... That's fine, because we don't want to draw into that anyway. Hopefully we like Vessel's pretty good. Let's thin the deck a little bit. We don't need the Squawk. I'm not going to pull a bunch of energies out. I'm just going to pull 1, because if we get Iono'd into energy, that's fine. Energy for us is like, we have outs with Ninja to keep drawing. Ogrepons keep drawing. Take the KO on Zard. The active is going to be KO'd this turn, I'm assuming. So we'll take all the energy off the active. 4. And then this one doesn't need a grass. So 5. Alright, so we're down 3 prize cards. Rotom's going to be pretty easy to knock out for us if it stays on board. And then any 1 prizer. Alright. So Heavy Ball Vessel. Our hand is awesome, but like I said, I'm almost positive that we'll get Iono'd here. We did get Iono'd. Okay, cool. Boss Shoes Grass Energy. That's honestly fine. That is not all what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. Just got Iono. Oh, yeah. Bring out the Grassmon. Trust. Alright, so this Bolt's going to survive. This is going to get KO'd. Next turn, this is going to get KO'd in the active. So... There's a part of me this turn that just wants to go Boss, KO Charmeleon, if we're able to get another Raging Bolt down. Because then we're at 2 prizes. They have no Charizard. They're forced to attack us with a Dragapult. But then again, if Charizard comes active, we could just... This actually matters. Let's do this before the Pokestop. See if we can get into a Nest Ball now. That was painful. So, I'm trying to get another Raging Bolt down, obviously. Before I Sada. Shoes. That's not a Bolt. Gear. That's still not a Bolt. also not a Bolt, but, like... We milled a Sada, too. So we still have our Palpad. So this will be our last Sada. As long as we, like, draw energy off the Sada, or, like, Retrieval, we can attach another grass here. And kind of checkmate the Zard. Yeah, unfortunately, just for one. That kind of stings. Okay. Of course, now it's here. Just gonna burn some cards, though. Palpad is prized, so we are out of Sada until we take it on this prize card right now. This won't matter now, right? It will matter, actually, if they only get a Dragapult up in Nozard. I like... Not gonna need another Bolt. So I'm just thinning my hand out for the impending Iono / Unfair Stamp coming. I'd want to save the gear, but, like, gear would draw me into boss, I guess. And, like, we could tech... Oh. Yeah. That's fine. So, let's hope this guy survives. Because we don't... I have to take all the energy off. Because here's my plan, right? If they come up and take a KO on this with, like, a Charizard, because they can't with a Dragapult, we have Grass Energy with Teal Dance that we could attach for turn and one-shot the Zard. So that's why I'm keeping it with an energy. Yeah, that should be fine, actually. Like, half our problems are solved here if we have the 2/3 chance that we just pull, like, the Palpad. Oh, JK. I forgot we tossed the Palpad. My bad. What's a good win rate for PTCGL? No, it depends. I don't think there's necessarily such thing as, like, a good win rate. So, for example, I don't know what my win rate is, but I always get up to, like, Arc League just naturally playing, even if I'm not, like, grinding for it. But I use PTCGL to play, like, a lot of random decks, a lot of weird decks, decks that don't work, decks that are inconsistent. I use it for a lot of just, like, deck consistency testing online, so it's like a lot of games that I lose are just because I'm testing a funky deck, so that hurts the win rate. So if, like, you're doing stuff like that too, I don't think win rate is as essential. Quee, what's up? Precious Metals, 3,700, 40 games under 500. Yeah, and see, stuff like that's probably honestly fine. Like I said, I don't think your win-loss rate... And, like, PTCGL is indicative of who you are as a player. Because some people use it to test. Some people try it for just fun decks or funky decks. So, like, your win rate is a little misconstrued half the time. And we are in big trouble, by the way, guys. We don't have a Palpad. We don't have any Sadas. Like, no Retrievals. No energy left in the deck. Like, I'm pretty sure we just lose. I think. We'll probably, like, gear into an Iono or something. Like, that's fine. Boss stall, like, never works. I mean... No, because they're going to route energy back in. They haven't played the switch yet. Yeah. So we can't boss stall. We can maybe, like, Iono. But even once it's, like, knocked out, right, we're forced to promote Ninja. And all three of our switch cards are gone. So it's like... We have no Sada left. I have the Rod, which is like... I'm going to Rod Grass Energy back. Find the Grass Energy. Boss KO Dreepy, Boss KO Tatsugiri, or Boss KO Charizard if it's on the bench with 2 energy. And our Bolt's alive, so I don't know why our opponent did that for us, but like, thanks, I guess. Okay. Did I not just see Super? Oh, Rod's in the deck, but it's not all the, off top 7. I was like, what? Rod would be cool. None of those are Rod. There's nothing left to thin out of the deck with gear, right? Yeah, there's 4 in here. Boss is here. 1 Iono's prize. Okay, so we do have an Iono in the deck, so we could thin that out. Okay, so we need to get to that Rod, and we didn't get there this turn. I'm going to save the Vessel, because that's like an out to win us the game. I'm going to save Boss. It's like, I could Iono our opponent here, but they didn't really, like, do much. Yeah. But, like, if I Iono now, it gets me stuck close. But, no. It's actually better not to Iono, because so next turn I'm going to draw for turn. 5 cards in deck. I could stop 3 of the 5. If one of those are Rod, I'm going to promote this. We just win with Boss KO on anything. Like, here. So I'm actually just going to wait. We'll see what happens. Probably was the better play, to be honest. Like I said, I have the camera on the side today instead of, like, directly in front of me. But, yeah, I don't... Okay, so they are Vin, which means they don't disrupt us. I like... So, if a 2/5 chance, right? So, like... I mean, it's not that hard, actually. 40% of the time, we're actually going to miss Rod here. If we miss Rod, we just lose. Again, I'm under the assumption our opponent takes KO here, right? If they don't take KO, we get 1 more turn, and then we're guaranteed the game. But the reason I held everything... We need a 3-card combo to win the game. We need Vessel, Boss, Rod. Rod puts the Grass Energies back in. Vessel, we get them out. Boss KO something, right? Oh, don't bring up the Teal Mask Ogrepon with energy, or there's no way. Don't do it. Don't, please, don't do it. Okay, that's fine. Unless my opponent's trying to take, like, a 4-prize turn with, like, knockout bolt, which they could totally do, and then I'd cry. It's like I kind of don't want to rip stop now. Because even if I get the Rod... Okay, hear me out. Maybe our opponent didn't have a Psychic Energy. If I hit the Rod now, attach for turn here, we're, like, threatening with this Bolt. And I hate the timer on PCGL. Alright, cool. So Rod is at the bottom. But yeah, hear me out. So, we didn't hit Rod, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to just pass. Alright, give me a second. I got to mute. Got an incoming phone. Alright, my bad, y'all. Emergency phone call came in. Lance! Yo, what's up, Zach? Welcome in, Zachy Lesage. We're in a pickle. A pretty bad pickle right now. Like, theoretically, our opponent just takes 4 here and just wins. I don't know if our opponent knows, though, that we have, like, no way to retreat. There's no way they know what our win con is, right? Like, we need our opponent to take the knockout so we could Rod Grass Energy back in, Vessel for him, Boss KO Tatsugiri. Like, oh no. I really wish we hit Rod last turn now, because I could have pressured. So, do I Rod now? No, right? I might, like, wait a turn and not Rod. Like, try to see if we could induce our opponent to take a knockout. I think that might be the play. I think the play is, like, try to get our opponent to take the... So if I Rod, I have to put Fighting and Lightning back in and then attach slowly. But, like, then they just KO us and we lose it. Yep. Nope. They're going to take the knockout. We're going to make them think we can't do anything. Take knockout. Please, please, please. Our opponent hasn't played a Gust either. They haven't played a boss. As long as they don't knock this out. If they knock this out, well, I don't know. We're in big trouble if they knock out the only Teal Mask Ogrepon with an energy. I guess what I could have done to be safe this turn is shuffle back 3 grass, Vessel for 2, Teal Dance to this one, so both had 1 grass, and then I'd still have access to 2 grass left. And then, even if they knocked out one of the Teal Mask Ogrepons, next turn I have game, because I could boss KO. Oh, maybe they're going to do it. Maybe they're going to do it. Don't Gust. Don't Gust. Just KO the active. KO the active. Yes! Alright, perfect. We baited our opponent into taking the KO. It works. Oh my gosh. So, it worked. We're safe. We're good. That girl, hey, longtime lurker, love your content. Love your content shuffle, great vids. Well, thank you so much. I'm really glad you enjoy it and like it. It's a huge thank you from me and everyone else on the Shuffle Squad. I know we appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. So, I'm glad you like the videos, and hopefully the content's able to provide a lot of information for you and entertainment for you. But thank you so much for the kind words from me and from everyone on the Shuffle Squad. Truly do appreciate it. Alright, guys, so we barely did it. Literally barely. We have Teal Dance, Attach Return. Yes. I don't know why our opponent conceded there, though. Like, we still needed Gust to win the game. Like, Dragapult would have survived the hit. I don't know if they knew that, but it's fine. Alright, so see what else we do. I do want to play a couple games like Bolt, Ogrepon, and Catcher. Like I said, I'm like between the two versions. I love Catcher. I do want to try a little bit of both, though. But, yeah, that girl, thank you. I hope you can continue to watch the videos and the content that we put out, and I hope you like and enjoy everything that you see, and hopefully it's really informative for you. But thank you, again. No, a crazy one. I know, right? I know I don't want to go first. I want to attack first. I was like, our opponent, like, needs to take a KO. I was like, maybe we, like, bait them into KO. Oh, this is not good. Because I don't want to, like, squawk and have to toss double Sada. Like, we have the Nest Ball for squawk, too. But if we top deck a Vessel, it's fine, I guess. Otherwise, I have to, like, Nest Ball for Ninja. It's, like, the only hope. Pounds.x really enjoy the content and videos you and the Shuffle Squad put out. Very informative. Well, thank you so much for those kind words. It does mean a lot. Not thank you just from me, but thank you from everyone at the Shuffle Squad, too. So, I'm glad you find it informative also. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Honestly, truly appreciate you. You are awesome. Oh, we're in a mirror match. We went second. They led Squawk. Okay, we just need the turn 1 KO. Why did we have to... No! Alright, we need, like, a big top deck. I guess a Vessel's good. Like, if we have nothing, and I have to get rid of the 2 Sadas to Squawk and Seize, I guess I have to. But then we don't get a turn 1 attack, and we probably lose the game. So... And I saw Catchers in... Yeah. They're turn 1. So I don't know how many they play. They probably play 3 or 4. They're down 2 Sada, too, though. And they don't have a Bolt down. Okay. Kind of helps. I'm going to do this for... No. I'm going to thin the deck. of the Greninja first, right? Okay, so there are 2 Sadas left. Do we have the Palpad? We do. We don't have a Vessel. Okay. So off of Pokestop, if we could hit like Vessel or Pokemon, that'd be great. Sorry, Vessel or Nest Ball. We can do this first, though. Okay, we have a second Bolt, which is cool, but now we don't have the Lightning Energy. Come on, Pokestop. Vessel. Okay, the Lightning Energy. That's actually really good. So now we get to get 1 Lightning, 1 Fighting. Okay, so it all worked out, actually. Go Lightning here, Fighting here. Fighting the active. We have turn 1 KO. Awesome. But from here... Now what? That's fine. I usually, like... I don't like playing my turns and be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do this turn. Bam, we're done. Cool, that's it. Obviously, you always, like... You want to think about what you're going to do the next turn. What your follow-up play is after that. What your opponent's going to do next turn. How can you prevent what they're doing next turn? What are they going to do once you prevent that from happening? What's their other option? Then what are they going to do the following turn? But right now, I unfortunately have a hand of we're swinging and then we're figuring out our next turn, which I don't like that, or hands that are forcing me in the situation. Like, yeah, obviously we're going to Sada, we're going to swing, we're going to attack, right? But worst case scenario is our opponent gets a Bolt here, they take a knockout, we respond, knockout with a Bolt. But if we can't bench another one, we're like in big trouble. If they don't get the knockout here, then we kind of just win the game. But if they do, unfortunately, Sada's only going to attach to 1, which I hate unless we top deck Ninja or Pokestop into another Raging Bolt / Nest Ball. So we shall see. Jackson, take the stop away. Yeah, so I could have taken the stop away with the vacuum. The reason I didn't take the stop away is, again, I always plan, like, worst case scenario, what's going to happen? How do I follow up? How do I prevent my opponent from doing what they're doing? Yada, yada, all that good stuff. So, my opponent knocks out my Raging Bolt. I was like, I have to Sada to this Bolt. But I pretty much lose the game if I don't have a second Bolt ready to set up. So I left the stop in play in order to give myself more outs to a Nest Ball this following turn, so I have more outs to get another Raging Bolt into play. And I didn't mind if our opponent uses this Pokestop, because we're already ahead on the prize race, right? Like this mirror match, whoever takes first 2 prize cards, and as long as they can continuously string attacks, should be able to win the game every single time. So the reason I left the Pokestop in play is so I have it for outs for myself. Alright, so we did lose that one here. And as long as we get a second Raging Bolt down, we're probably going to win this game. That doesn't help. Nest Ball / Raw Raging Bolt. Okay. Okay, we have a Retrieval in hand anyway. Let's see how many outs we actually have to Bolt now. Just the 3 Nest Balls. Okay. If we hit a Teal Mask Ogrepon, eventually 2 Nest Ball. Okay, no Nest Ball. So we actually don't have the KO right now, which is pretty bad. Which ones do I have in hand again? I forgot. Oh, I have 1 Lightning, 1 Fighting, so it doesn't matter. At least let me draw into a Bolt here. Okay, perfect. We do this first, because I'm looking for Pokemon. But we have Palpad, so we're going to keep it. This is like so unfortunate, though. They're only going to get... Wow, we have no Ogrepons down. Like, I could risk it, Ogrepon, try to attach to it. But the next turn, I'm like taking the whole turn digging to find another Bolt. Like, I don't like that. I'd rather do this. We have this. We don't have a KO, though. This is like... I guess... So, I could have got the Teal Mask Ogrepon there, accelerated to it, Prime Catcher, Switch Cart, knock this out, which probably was the correct play. And I'm seeing it now. So, that's like misplay on my part. But with switch cards, we have a prime catcher. I want to save my prime catcher. Now it's like... Yeah, we probably like lose now. I don't know how we have no Pokemon search, but it is what it is. Jackson, yeah, get to play to your outs. That adds your chances to add another Bolt. Yeah. So that's why I left it in play. The issue is, like, sometimes, even when you do that, as you can see, we didn't get another Bolt into play before the Sada. I probably should have Nest Balled for an Ogrepon, used Prime Catcher, used Teal Dance, guaranteed a knockout to put me at 2 prizes, but then they come out and knock out my only Raging Bolt, so I would have sent up a 1 prizer, and I could have played Iono and tried to set up a Bolt again in the back. Like, maybe that's what I should have done. I don't know. They need Gust here, which I saw the catchers, so, like, I know catcher version probably and most likely does not play boss's orders. And they got rid of 2 catcher on turn 1. Most lists I know are probably only playing 3, but they have prime catcher, so that's fine. Alright, so there's no way we win this game now. They take the prize lead. We don't have anything set up. We have to take a KO. Yeah, the Sadas for them are in deck now. I mean, they did play 3 gear, but they kept that card, so it's probably a Sada. If I Iono, I'm only putting them closer to Sada. Okay, now will Iono. But let's see. They got to get rid of 4 energy here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going to have 8 on board. So we could find a Brave Charm off the Iono. I'm going to promote Ninja for sure. Right. Like, Ninja gets promoted for sure. We have to Iono, unfortunately. Like, I could Rod and put the 2 bolts back into play. But they win the game if they knock out 1 bolt anyway. But we need stuff to accelerate energy too. Yeah, this game was just a mess altogether. Low-key. Concealed, we'll get rid of the grass. I don't understand how we just can't find any Pokemon. Like, where are the Pokemon game? Okay, get rid of our Brave Charm. That's cool. I'm gonna Iono this turn. We don't have a choice. And hopefully they just miss Gust. Hey, we found a Nest Ball. Okay, I'm gonna keep this in there. Do I ever, like, Prime Catcher something up? And switch card out of, like... Make it even harder for them? No, because I need to knock out a thing with energy. I don't want them to have Pokestop anymore. We're not going to need it anymore. I don't want to Rod energy back in right now. Because I'm trying to make sure we find a Sada off the Iono. Yo, what's up, Cal? You've been playing with round 2 in the most current... Yeah, okay. So, yeah, maybe they don't have another Gust effect. Calvin, Raging Bolt! I'm about to get farmed, though, because the deck, like, pooped on us right here. Alright, watch. So, our opponent has to discard 2 energy off the active to take KO on the Greninja. Then we're going to boss KO with a Bench Bolt with the energy, leaving them with no energy on board. We're going to Teal Dance into a Lightning Energy / Sada or Vessel. And we're going to hit everything. Our deck is, like, kind of thin. The problem is, like, a lot of the cards we wanted outside of Sada, we know are on the bottom of our deck, right? So, there's a decent chance we draw into Sada. Oh, our opponent just Burst Roars? Uh-oh. That changes a lot. Shoes? Sada, yes. Alright. So, Burst Roar, they probably got into a Sada. right? But I have to Sada this turn. Like, we can't Iono. We can't boss. I want to Sada first. Into Brave Charm. Brave Charm! Because we milled one of the Brave Charms off Pokestop. We would attach return and that. So let's conceal the cards first. Brave Charm! Oh. Teal. Well, Brave Charm doesn't change. Oh, it does change the math, actually. Forgot. It puts me at 290. Brave Charm! I forgot if it's even in the deck. I might have prized it, actually. I don't remember. Oh, it is in the deck! Okay. So, we have game next turn if our opponent whiffed the world. Did they whiff the world? We'll see. Let's see. Alright. Cross your fingers and pray. They only need a Sada or just 2 energy. One of them being a grass. They just win. Your Bolt list with 2 catchers does play a boss. Okay, yeah, interesting. So they could. Retrieval, so that's game. See, I don't know how, like, our turn 3 was just awful there. But it is what it is. We'll try one more, and then I'll switch to, like, the catcher build. Because the catcher build's cool, too. I don't know which one I like better, though. Low-key. Like, catchers are cool because you could, like, Sada and potentially Gust in the same turn when you flip heads, and I like that a lot. Oh, our opponent's dressed like a Raging Bolt, so are they playing Raging Bolt? Second, what's my list? I'm playing Boss, 2 Boss, 2 Iono. My catcher list is playing 3 catcher, Prime catcher, no Boss. I don't know if anything's perfect yet, but I'm kind of just going with it as it comes. And Whitman, GG. Oh, that was you? GG's, dude. You dip stream when you saw my name pop up. No, you're good, bro. I don't care. You could watch in hand peek. It don't matter to me. Yeah, I had, like, when I missed the attack, I'm like, well, because that matchup just goes like, whoever takes first 2 prize cards, and then you have to continuously take 2 prize cards after that. That's, like, the thing. Which is kind of, like, unfortunate, but, like, that's just what the mirror is going to come down to if people are playing this deck. But like I said, I feel like, obviously we're playing it for the first time today, guys, just to see what all the hype's about, but, like, I see the bad matchups for this deck, like, in my head, right? Like, it's not going to be Lost Zone variants, it's not going to be Guardy, and those are 2 decks I expect to be pretty big over at NAIC. But it does beat a lot of decks that it's supposed to beat. So it's like, and this hand's way better than what we had last game to start. You know, so this is good. The only important thing we prize there is Rod. Vacuum doesn't matter in this matchup, so we're chilling. The reason I'm not going to Trekking Shoes first is I don't need Pokemon. So I'm going to use it to thin my deck. I'm going to Nest Ball first and thin the deck, because I don't need Pokemon. What do I want in the discard pile? 1 of each. Then we'll choose. I'm going to keep this, because I'm going to attach 1 to the active. We're going to Teal Dance. I'm trying to find a Sada, basically get a turn 1 KO, guys. That's why I was playing it. That's why I Nest Balled and Vesseled first before the Trekking Shoes, to give us higher odds of hitting a Sada. Sada. Jeez. We prized no Sada. There's 4 in the deck, and we did not hit one after all that. So, our opponent didn't do much, but the Raging Bolt will survive for sure. There's still no Sada. It's cool. No, let's not do that, actually. Grab Ninja. Concealed cards. Alright, so next turn. I'm going to save these. Next turn, we for sure have a Sada, right? I low-key could just Burst Roar. Are there any resources I really care about in this hand? Really? Not really. Yeah, we're just going to Burst Roar. We have to Sada next turn. If we got the KO here right away, we for sure would have just won, but we missed it, so it's all good. Yeah, Adam in the mirror for sure. For whoever takes first two prizes, is at a big advantage. But they have to be able to keep up and keep stringing and taking two prizes, as you could see in my game, that last game. I took the first two prizes, but after that was kind of dead in the water with my hand. So, even though we took the first two prize cards, we still did not take the mirror. Mew EX. I thought about that too, having a Mew EX in the list. I like that. Jackson says, Guardy feels so bad. Yeah, Guardy for Bolt feels awful. Adam agreed. Yeah. And I like Guardy too going into NAIC. I think Guardy's in a pretty good spot. Mew's only used versus stall, in your opinion, would attack into Lack/Mimikyu. Zach Young. Well, yeah, but then you could play the Cornerstone Mask Ogrepon too, and like a Thornton. It's the same thing. So we do have a Sada. Do I want a Sada first? Yeah, probably. Yeah, we'll Sada first, actually, before doing anything. Okay, so we could KO the Lugia. Low-key, though, if we just KO the one Chops, we just win. So I should probably dig for... Well, cool. There's boss. I guess there's no digging needed, right? Alright. Here... Obviously, yes. We can win the prize trade right now and just beat our opponent by trading. Taking two here, taking two here. But if we just knock out the Chops this turn, even if they KO us with Lugia, it doesn't matter. They just can't win the game after that. Like, they can just never attack. So, sometimes in games, it's like, okay to not take, like, the prize lead right away. Like, it's okay to go after your opponents, especially like this, when Lugia has... Oh, this would be so funny. Actually, just, like, deny their prizes altogether. Because they can't knock this out either now. Oh, I forgot we sodded that turn. Whoops. That's fine. Next turn, we knock out Chops. They don't get a knockout here, so we'll leave energy on the active. 1, 2, and then 1 and 1 from each bolt. 3. Then we'll take one of each different colored energy off. That way when we Sada or play like a retrieval, we have like options. Because both bolts, in my opinion, should be alive heading into the next turn. Being Iono-proof with Mew is amazing. I agree. Being Iono-proof with Mew is actually pretty good. And I like Mew in the deck too. The only like issue I was having when I was testing Mew was like the bench space, right? Like my board, in my opinion, like optimally is always this right here. Like double Teal Mask Ogrepon, double Bolt, Ninja, and then obviously Squawk. Like if I don't have to Squawk turn 1, and that could be Mew, that's awesome. I like having Ninja in play for various reasons. You play 12 energy, so you could always draw cards with Greninja, or should be able to draw cards most of the time. Times you need to hide behind a one prizer. It is your only one prizer in the deck. So you can hide into it, you play 3 switch cards, fine, you'll be able to pivot, it has 1 retreat cost, not a big deal. But yeah, Mew EX, I like a lot too. I just unfortunately did have to cut it. So our opponent does attack here, right? If they attach return and then attach return here, Primal Turbo. Okay, so they're not going to take the knockout on us. So now it's like we don't even need to knock the like Chops out at this point, right? It was like fine to knock it out earlier. Oh, they do get the knockout, okay. Like, it was fine to knock out the Chops earlier, but now it's like, we'll just beat them in the prize race. Like, they have all these 2 prizes in play. We're just going to beat them just kind of the old-fashioned way. Like, we'll just be first to take 2, you know? Mulsada. Retrieval's pretty good. Actually, let's do this before retrieval. Just to have more information in our hand. Okay, I want to take a grass and a fighting. Grass. Another grass. So let's Teal Dance. Do this. Attach this for the turn. We'll concealed cards, one of the grass away. But not really, because now we have the Sada. Might not need to. Like, we probably get Iono, so we should thin the hand out as much as we can. We don't need that. We do have a gear and prize cards, so we could end up taking a gear. Do we need the other switch card? Okay, this is our last switch card, so we shouldn't burn it. What I will do, though, is Palpad, double Sada. So now if we do get Iono to 2, 25% chance we get Iono into a Sada. If we don't, draw for turn. 3/8 chance we find a Sada. And then if we don't, we have 50-50 chance taking gear here. So we probably lock this up no matter what. I'm just worried if we need a Gust, right? We could always Prime Catcher. So this is going to get KO'd for sure. So we're going to take rid of both those. Grass and the grass. Okay. So now, our opponent takes the KO. And we don't need a Gust if they do it with a 2-prizer, right? Matosh, don't. Sorry if I said that so wrong. How would I rate the matchup against Future Hands deck? Your Future Hands lover, I believe, will be better since rotation. Meta, but you didn't get to play yet. Are you saying, like, are you saying, like, Raging Bolt Ogrepon into Future Hands? Or are you saying, like, Future Hands matchup in general, like, to the field? Alright, let's see. Ogrepon Bolt versus Future Hands. Okay. I think Ogrepon Bolt is pretty favored into Future Hands. Future Hands is going to have a tough time taking one-shots. And, like, Bolt is so quick, too, that they'll just probably outtrade Future Hands 2 for 2 for 2. Like, in theory. Right? Like hitting 240 right away on turn like 1 or 2 could be rough for Future Hands, but Bolt right away turn 1 can immediately take a 2-prize KO. So I feel like Bolt Ogrepon should be pretty favored into Future Hands. This is pretty cute. Opponent's gonna Iono, probably into Flutter Mane. So we need to find Prime Catcher Sada here. What do you know? Oh, that's crazy. No one would have believed me if this wasn't on camera. But, alright, to be fair, let's rewind back. If you guys remember when we were prepping for Iono, we had 8 cards in deck. 2 of the 8 cards was a Sada, meaning out of the 6 cards left in deck, 1 of the cards was a Prime Catcher. So more than likely, we were going to find Prime Catcher off the Sada because we would draw into it, right? So while it's crazy that it's our first 2 cards, it was most likely going to happen, like, anyway, right? Like, we just pal-padded the Sada's back. So they were always in there. Which, actually funny. If they didn't have Luminion in play, would we have had enough? Like, there's more energy in the deck, right? Okay. So we had, like, a lot of ways. Like, see, even now, right? Say even if we didn't have Catcher after the Sada, we Vessel for these 2. We would get to Teal Mask Ogrepon, Teal Mask Ogrepon. Like, we would have saw 7 of the 8 cards in deck, so as long as Catcher wasn't the very last card, we were going to hit it anyway. So, our deck was thinned out enough where we were probably always hitting what we needed. It's just funny that it was the first 2 off the top. Which is, like, crazy. But, like I said, we did thin our deck a lot. So, like, more than like we were going to hit it. It's just so funny when it was the first 2. I don't can be good at both good and so bad. I know, Noah. I know. But yeah, familiar. Statistically, yeah, we were pretty likely to hit it. It's just funny when it's the first 2. What is that crazy Lugia list? Yeah, honestly, for real. I have no idea. Like, Lugia's fine with, like, hands. Like, you definitely play it with hands now, but, like, I don't know why there was a Roaring Moon in there, I guess. But it is what it is. I just, like, Lugia with, like, Legacy Energy definitely unlocks a new dimension to the deck for sure. And Lugia was already a pretty decent play in this format anyway. So, now it just makes it better. Familiar. Also, thanks for your advice the other week regarding deck choices. You went with Lax and got day 2 at LA. Hey, let's go! Congrats! Congrats, Familiar. That's awesome, actually. I'm super happy to hear that. I'm glad you were able to make day 2. Lax was an awesome call. Control in general was a great call for the event. So, I'm glad you played it, and I'm glad you were able to see success with it. That's awesome. That's so cool. I'm so happy for you, honestly. Was day 2, did you, like, hit matchups you didn't want to see? Or, like, what happened on day 2? Gunwing Zeros, this deck the move? That's what I'm trying to find out right now. We're going to lose our Prime Catcher right now, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm trying to find out right now if this deck's the move. It's our only fighting left in the deck, so... We have a lightning, okay. That's what I'm trying to find out right now. Like, the deck is strong, but like I said, I definitely see its bad matchups, too. Oh, no. I didn't even prize check. Whoops. So we don't have Greninja. We can't draw anymore. Unless we use Teal Mask Ogrepon. We do have 4 Sada, 4 Gear, so that's 8 outs. We don't have a Ninja. And like Sada for 1 feels so bad here. Teal Dance. Okay, we did put grass in there, right? Yeah. We'll take a grass and a lightning. We'll Teal Dance again. If nothing happens, we honestly just Burst Roar. Our opponent can't take a KO anyways. I guess Gear, Sada for 1. Okay, we're going to Sada to 1. Take the KO. Cool. Now we can... Nest Ball always comes turn late, y'all. I swear. It's like, where were you before when I needed you? Fortunately, we do have to get rid of all 4 energy. But taking their first 2 prize cards against Zard is probably fine. Low-key, though, I probably could have chilled and just passed. And, like, set up a Teal Mask Ogrepon to respond on a Zard, but I'm like, nah. They started Entei, double Charmander, pass. I feel like we're definitely taking this KO all the time. Go next turn. I want to have a Teal Mask Ogrepon set up to swing into Zard. Wow, okay. So our opponent's hand is pretty dead. What do I have in hand again? We only have the lightning. So we should go fighting. I know there's another fighting in deck. There's another lightning. Yeah, okay. So fighting. Attached lightning. Don't need this anymore. We need another grass. Right, yeah. We could Teal Dance twice here. So their Charizard that comes up next turn is only hit for 270. In theory, this survives. Yeah, that never matters there. Iono could be coming, and we use 2 Sadas, so it's probably fine to put both back now. Another retrieval. There's no need to rod. I don't want to burn a switch card for fun. Stop is honestly fine. We're not going to rip it, though. We don't need to. So, like... Okay, we have the lightning in hand. So, theoretically, this survives a hit, and if it does, we're just chilling. And we just kind of win the game from there. But if it does get KO'd, we have retrieval, double grass. I think there's 2 grass. Oh, yeah. Here, and then we Myriad Leaf Shower, KO the Zard. If they don't have another bench Pokemon, we just win. But I assume they're going to bench Pokemon. But that's where we're going to Sada and set up another Raging Bolt for kind of just checkmate. Cam364, what's your thoughts on the deck with all 4 types of Ogrepon BX? Have one built, doesn't seem to be the worst deck. It's okay. I mean, I agree with you. It's probably not the worst deck, for sure. I don't think it would be like the best deck, though. Just it's going to have so many moving parts. But yeah, I don't think it's the worst deck, for sure. It's probably definitely playable. I don't hate it. And if our opponent does not bench another Pokemon, they kind of just lose. Okay, they kind of just lose. Because we're going to retrieval, double grass, swing, Myriad Leaf Shower, KO. Our opponent kind of dead drew, though, so. But you should have a favorite Charizard matchup anyway with this deck, so. Not like astounded that we won the game, but our opponent did dead draw. But yeah, for the most part, you're favoriting the Zard anyway. So. It's fine that that our opponent dead drew. It's fine. Like, we're gonna win that probably all the time anyway. Okay. Familiar, day 2 wasn't too bad. You hit 2 Dialga, lost to Lugia. You didn't play Special Energy Hate. I don't blame you. Lost to Super Protect Out Dangle List. Whiffed to Gust against Turbo Hand for games. Lost control. Oh. Yeah, there was a lot of control in day 2. And it was Charlie Lockyer, too. Yeah, there was a lot of control in day 2. Obviously, I know that. Cam, your thing is you're trying to find a deck that's not like the BDIF but can still compete, give you a chance doing good in events. Yeah, there's a ton of decks out there, honestly, right? There's a lot of decks out there that still fill that void. I will usually always play the best deck in format because there's a reason it's the best deck in format, especially if I'm, say, trying to place high. We're still chasing points for Worlds, which I don't need anymore. I already have my invite. But is there a reason you don't want to play the BDIF if you're trying to, like, compete and do well? Not saying that other decks aren't viable. Obviously, the BDIF, right, is Charizard, I guess you can say. But there's so many counters and bad matchups for Charizard right now that I probably would not want to play Charizard to an event. So I get what you're saying. I do want to play some Guardy. Lugia would be nice too. Yeah, let's play some Lugia, actually. Play a little bit of Lugia, maybe we play a little bit of Guardy. I do like both. I want to play a little of both. Give me a second. I'm placing something really quick. Do I want to go first? I'm playing Lugia. Wow, I almost said no. Okay, so not the greatest hand. Wish we kind of opened a Carmine though, so we could like keep digging turn one. If we need to Great Ball into a Lugia, that's like the important part here. We need to Great Ball into a Lugia. Lugia. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna take nothing actually. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Let me see what date that is. Sorry, y'all. Let me see. Okay, so we're playing against Aegislash. Okay, well, I guess we'll call for family, right? Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to call for family. Can't we don't like playing those overpowered decks? Sounds stupid. You just want to find a good one without playing one of the best decks, like playing like underdog decks or rogue decks. Yeah, that's cool. I totally get that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with playing decks like that or going for like that strategy. You just always have to be aware that the reason the good decks are the good decks is because they've already been proven, figured out, and solved. So when you're playing like a rogue deck or an underdog deck or anything like that, it's going to be much tougher for you. So if results don't go as planned, I don't think you can naturally be super upset. Yeah, we're gonna have to read the wind here. We can't even read the wind in Archeops. Man. Okay, so we got one Archeops for sure, right? Yeah, and as long as you are like kind of able to understand, grasp that concept, like games might be harder for me, and if my performance happens to be like kind of underwhelming or something that upsets me or disappoints me, knowing that part of your deck choice too could be the reason for that, and as long as you're willing to accept, kind of things that come with it, then that's perfectly okay to me. the thing that gets me is some people are not willing to accept that, and then they get upset, and they claim they don't understand why. The AG Slash, like, does nothing. We have Minchino. Oh, no. Carmine. Sick. Just actually going to save all this, because next turn I'm going to Jet Energy, Ultra Ball for an Archeops, and then Carmine again. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, don't. It doesn't matter. We're okay right now. So, yeah, this is like I was saying. Sometimes there's the issue with, like, Lugia. Sometimes your hands or the overall, like, kind of consistency of the deck does leave a little to be desired at the end of the day, but for the most part, like, it still is a good deck, and it can pretty much beat almost anything in the format, so it still is a pretty solid play for NAIC. Like I said, I played it to EUIC, and I enjoyed it, so it's still on my short list of decks to play. Opponent's playing an Ultra Ball. I assume to get a Pidgeot, right? There's no way with that huge hand, and they just instant charge last turn. There's no way they don't have a candy, right? Yeah. Though they could boss KO the Minchino with energy, which would be kind of annoying, but it sucks because I would want to, like, Roseanne's put energy back. I mean, 250 doesn't bother us. Like, Cape doesn't bother us. Minchino just shreds right through that anyway. So there is a world, though, where I just jet to the active, Ultra Ball for Minchino, Summoning Star for 1 chops, and then just KO their only attacker. Like, I think it's kind of greedy here to go for the second chops, because if I miss off the Carmine and out to a Chinchino or raw Chinchino itself, then, like, that's where we could kind of be in trouble and, like, lose the game. I don't know what else they play in their deck, though. I don't know what other attackers they have. So, like, maybe we need 2 chops and they're just dead drawing, but from looks of it, looks of what they did turn 1. It's just mainly an AG Slash Pidgeot deck. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I do want to Roseanne's now, though, even more. This could help, though. Heads. Heads! Okay, so we will have to do this. But now with the cape on, we have... Could always retreat, I guess, if we miss it. Then I just quick search for boss again. We did miss it. That's, like, awful. Summoning Star, and we don't have our Roseanne's backup to, like, put stuff back. This is so bad. This is so bad. Like, I don't want to give them incentive to swing at the Minchino and boss KO it, but if they do, they're, like, in a good spot. So, yeah, I guess we could have just went for the 1. That's probably, like, my fault. If I just went for the 1 touch return, just hit this for 210, we, like, yeah. But then we don't KO it. So, we have so many energies gone, too. Like, I don't know. Our hand just came at a weird order. They'll flip heads and Messagoza, of course. Okay, maybe not. Heads and that Goza would have been nasty, though, because we could have got Minchino plus Chops taking the KO here, and then their boards just Pidgeot Rotom. Yeah. We are going to have a tough time now, y'all. Cam, what's the ability? Oh, this can't be hit by EX and Vs. Which is, like, usually fine for us. Because, like, we have Minccino, or Chinchinos, and we have Archeops. Like, we're usually chilling, but nothing seems to be working right now for us, so... they're gonna boss KO the only Minccino. Yep. It's cool. I don't understand how we just can't find anything this game, but it's cool. Hopefully we get a heads here, because I have an idea of what I want to do. Oh, the Ogrepon surprised. Okay, cool. Totally forgot about that. Don't need any of these cards. This is like a turn late. But what we can do, because they can't KO this, just go like gift, mist. Do I like want to swing? Yeah, we have to swing here. Unfortunately, we're just down so many energies already. It's like unfortunate. We finally get gust effects into our hand when we play like 6 of them. And this isn't even 2-shot it. We 3-shot it. It's so annoying. But I don't know why. I'm trying to think what we want to do. They probably just Gus Minccino again here, which is okay. If that happens. So I think, just to prevent another AG Slash from coming out, we're just going to boss KO the Hone Edge right now. Yeah, so that's all our Minchinos, which is like fine. Bringing this up, we're thinning our hand out. I wish this was like Shred. Yeah, no more Messagoza for you. We're gonna have to 3-shot that thing with an Archeops. It's so annoying. Okay, Luminion finally. I don't know where you were turn 1. We needed you. Back later if I'm still live cam. For sure. Thanks for stopping in. It was great seeing you. Appreciate you tuning in and watching. Yeah, if we're still here later, I'll see you in a bit. We probably just get... I'm just, like, not playing this game. It's just, like, annoying. My opponent plays slow as molasses, and we, like, lost a lot of resources. Our opponent plays like a turtle. I don't know how when we're playing online, but don't feel like sitting through that, unfortunately. Alright, so we'll go... I really do want to play Guardy, so... We'll switch over real quick, and then I'll go back over to Lugia if people want Lugia. We do liking the big boys. Dango into Bolt. Yeah and no. Bolt, I just had to see what like the hype's all about. Like, why is everyone hyping it? Now that I played it, the deck's like super... Like, now I figured out, the deck's super easy to beat. Like, it's going to be like Roaring Moon, Miraidon type of thing, where it's like the big, hard-hitting helmet deck. But if you play any deck that takes like higher skill ceiling to play into it, you'll just steamroll it. Like, you'll steamroll that deck every time. Like, if the deck does get a lot of hype, it's huge, it's big for NAIC. That's why I want to play things like Guardy, things like Lost Box, where you absolutely just steamroll that deck, and then you get like a free trip into day 2, probably free placement into money, because in IC top 64 is money. So, oh, this is so unfortunate. You stop rule box, Pokemon. Gasp. Thank goodness we have Kirlia. Alright, so we're missing one. Nope, we have it in hand. this, both of you. Cress. We have Guardy. Alright, Boss Turo Armin. 2 Armins prized. No, triple. And then let's check our energies. We have Stamp. Evil Champ's there. 7. Okay. So we're chilling. No big deal for us. Oh, it's a rule box Pokemon. Totally forgot. Whoops. But we will attach here. And we'll pass. My bad. I forgot Greninja was a rule box Pokemon. Like right after any I see matchup feels terrible. Yeah, I can only imagine. That double zap, that matchup has to feel pretty bad. But I like Miraidon better than Raging Bolt Ogrepon, to be honest. If I were going to play kind of a like big basic beat stick deck, here's energy swing type of deck, I would probably pick Miraidon just because your matchups into other things aren't as bad. Because like Hands helps you into Guardy, Hands helps you into Lost Box, or if you play Raging Bolt Ogrepon, you're kind of just stuck in the dust. If you run into one of those decks, you're just going to get 2-0'd pretty quick. So I like Miraidon better out of those two. But yeah, you definitely have to play like, you have to play double dose. You could even play like a Vit Band. Oh, wait a second. If they have no other Pokemon... Uh-oh. We actually just never get to accelerate energy with Guardy. We just never get to swing. This is actually pretty bad. Uh-oh. Well, let's see what we can do. Shall we? It's gonna get KO'd like immediately, right? Uh-oh. This is gonna become a Guardy eventually, so we're in trouble though. We have to do some combination of like Flutter Mane into the active, shut this off, right? Klefki's prize too, so don't want this at 140. Yeah, so like Charm won't protect me anyway. So we're gonna need Flutter Mane to save us. Low-key, I should have probably saved the Nest Ball because they could gust it up now and KO it. If they have just Boss here, we just cry. I don't think so, though. They're taking a minute. No! They're going to play Eerie because they don't have any better supporter to play into a 3-card hand, which is an awful Eerie. It's like an awful Eerie, but obviously they don't have another supporter, so they're just going to play it and get extremely lucky and hit our stamp. Like, that is so annoying. So, like, my opponent right now is like, yes, we Eeried the stamp, not realizing playing Eerie into a 3-card hand when your opponent did nothing is actually an absolutely awful play. But they think it's a good play because they got rewarded for the one time it worked, just because they didn't find another supporter off gear. So in the future, they're going to continue to make subpar decisions like that and then get extremely mad when they lose games. They're going to be like, what? Why isn't it working this time? It happens so much. Flutter Mane shuts this down. Thankfully, we can't play the heavy ball. We know our prizes. We have to dump this. We have to, like, hit a lot of stuff here. I could, like, go into this Guardy now. Yeah, we're going to. We have a pretty funky matchup, though, in our hands. We don't draw into anything. Well, I kind of want to save all this low-key. Because next turn we'll just attack with Guard EX. We will... Like, I want Monkey Dory. Right? But, like, not yet. Alright, cool. We're just going to kind of sit and hold everything right now. We're chilling. Yeah, so we're gonna Super Odd, put Flutter Mane back in, Nest Ball for Flutter. Retreat the Bigardi, put Flutter into the active. Opponent has a Prime Catcher for some reason. Or they can just hit the Guardy. Like, okay, Hammer doesn't do anything to our deck. Yeah, that's fine. Just trying to really think, what do we do to win the matchup? Like, as long as we keep hiding behind Flutter Mane, that was an awful play by our opponent. Thanks. But as long as we can keep hiding behind Flutter Mane, we could set up like Drift Blims and stuff. To take. But here's the thing now. I can't set up a Drift Blim to swing this turn, because this is in the active, right? Unless we draw into the Turo, and then we Turo the Guardy out of the active. Like, where are the rest of our Curlia? There's 3 in the deck. We have a Retreat. We just need to find our Curlia to start going, honestly. Or an Arven. Like, if we had Arven, too. Like, we would be able to keep going if we had Arven. I'm just gonna get rid of the Brave Charm at this point. Doesn't even matter now. If we had Arven to... Oh, gosh, but Brave Charm is really good. We're gonna get rid of 1 Rod. No, we don't need a boss. They only play 4 of the Iron Thorns. Dude, what is this? What is this hand, honestly? So we're hitting for 180. So far. I just don't know where our Curlios are. Like, super unrealistic at the moment. So let's see what happens to the rest of the game. If our opponent plays Eerie again and do a 2-card hand, they're going to get extremely lucky a second time. His Super Odd. Yeah, we priced 2 Arvins. That's what's kind of like inhibiting us right now. If we just had an Arven ever in the game, we could have just used Evo TM already and got all our Curlias out. Because the issue with... Oh, Lost City under the Flutter Mane. Okay. We priced Klefki too, which is like extremely annoying. We don't have... Yeah, I'm just not playing this. My opponent... It's not a real deck. There's no reason to test against it. It's just a waste of our time. So we'll get into another one, y'all. Sorry to bore you with Iron Thorns. But like... yeah, well, I'm like streaming and trying to get at least adequate games in to see how decks work. That's a lot. So I don't play ladder a lot. That's why I like playing and like kind of testing with my friends, teammates on the Shuffle Squad, stuff like that. Because then we're able to test relevant matchups together into each other. Like that last deck, like AG Slash, Pidgeotto, or Pidgeot. No reason to play into that. No reason to test it. Not a real deck. Not worried about seeing it. I don't get to learn anything. Same with Iron Thorns. Not a real deck. Deck's not good. Testing into it does not provide a lot of merit for me. So that's why I'm like, oh, we'll just concede and go to next, right? Not to say that people won't play those decks, because they will, which is fine. Like, if I was in a tournament and I played against it, I'd sit there, obviously, and figure it out and win the game. But when I'm, like, streaming, trying to give more exciting games or games that people are more inclined to want to see. Like, for example, we should be hitting a Raging Bolt Ogrepon so people can see how that matchup works in the Guardy. We should be hitting a Lost Box. We should be hitting Dragapult. We should be hitting Charizard. Hitting matchups that people want to see. That way, the stream's at least providing some sort of information, right? And like, okay, so Lost Box, cool. We're just going to Iono right away because our hand is not good. I don't know how we just... Yeah, so we'll Ultra Ball 1. Oh, I'm trying to think, though. No. I think I will just Iono straight away, actually. Yeah. Okay. So I'll attach an energy and then Iono. I was going to say, like, should I Ultra Ball, maybe get Greninja concealed card, see if I hit an Arvin. But then off the Ultra Ball, I'd be getting rid of a boss and one of the Iono already. And, like, if I miss it all, I'm going to play an Iono. So I would have burned 2 Iono into Lost Box, which is never good, since we do want to always have the disruption for them. Obviously, I don't want to get rid of the unfair stamp. And then we can't get rid of both energy, because I'm going to need one to concealed cards if I have to. See, but our opponent didn't do much. Okay. So just because our opponent didn't do much, that changes the dynamic of what I want to do. I want Iono, though. Because if I'm able to just, like, retreat into, like, Flutter Mane, they lose. But Klefki, because they have Greninja out. Yeah, we're going to do that. They just lose. Nothing they can do. And then we'll just set up slowly with, like, Poffin. Hopefully evolve, unlike last game. We get double rolls. Check our prizes now quickly. Crest is really good in this matchup. Oh my goodness, 3 energy, a Vessel. Alright, so we know where all our energies are. Trade into Klefki. And then tell our opponent to figure it out. Good luck! Unless they draw into, like, they're one of Boss or one of Prime Catcher. But I doubt it. And then while we set up, we'll just, like, sit here and joust the Comfey. Like, that's fine. Focus stop into Prime Catcher. You can do it. The only, like, downside is Klefki also stops... Right, does it stop? Yeah. Base Pokemon in play, yeah. I was going to say stops Greninja. I, like, forgot for a second, but stops Greninja. Which is unfortunate. Like, Flutter Mane would have been cool to grab here, too. The thing is, if it was Flutter Mane, then they could have still concealed cards. I was just trying to shut them off altogether. But the fact that they're grabbing all this makes me believe they have a Gust effect. Like, they might have Boss or Prime Catcher, so they'll be able to get around the Klefki. We know we have 3 energy prize. That's extremely unfortunate. So, do this first. Oh, or should I? We could, like, is there? No. We're not getting into that this turn, right? So we might as well just get Monkey Dory down in case we draw. Into it. Like, hitting an Arvin here would be great. That's not it. I don't want to rip that either. There's, like, nothing good for me to rip. I only play, like, 3 Ultra Ball. I don't need an S-Ball. Like, Guardy doesn't have many items at this point in the game that I want to rip. They're going to come up for sure, though, with the Raikou. Or the top deck, the Prime Catcher. That's okay, too. Now we're hoping to find an Arvin. Arvin, we could get Vessel for an energy. Evo TM and evolve into double Curlia. This is the second game in a row, though, we're just, like, not getting Curlias out, which... Another reason why... Online bothers me, because we saw half of our deck both games. I only saw 1 Curlia, 0 Arvin. Like, that unrealistic. Let's see, so they're down a Gate and the Mew. Okay, they haven't played a Colress yet. I know they discarded one off Pokestop. Okay. Only 1 switch card, they're down their 4 Seal Stone. That's huge. They're going to Chaos here with the Raikou. And that's alright. Well, now if they have another switch card, they can do it with Cram, too. Let's see here. They just got rid of a switch card, so we know they have a way to switch into Raikou for sure. Okay. So that's 2 Colress. They're down their Prime Catcher. Down 2 switch card, a Rust switch. They're probably going to take 2 KOs here, though. They're going to take KO with Raikou and another KO with Raikou. Which unfortunately means I have to give our opponent the Klefki this turn, which is fine. We can still use Flutter Mane to shut stuff down later in the game. This is probably for a Cramorant, which is fine. Then we go into Klefki. Cram can't KO this, so that's funny. But no, they still have a plethora of other switching cards left. Okay. So we mentioned the Roaring Moon instead. That makes me believe that they're going to switch, take a knockout with Raikou. So we are in a little bit of a clock here. We do need to get up and evolving. Our hand is dead. We don't have any refinements. We've been through half our deck. Still haven't seen a Kirlia. Because I had to Ultra Ball for this Kirlia, if you guys remember. Been a little bit of a pickle. Okay, so hit the Rod. Their hands is gone. That's kind of huge. Obviously, they could rod it back in. This makes me believe they don't have a switch card or the energy. So when they tossed the switch so quick, their choices were probably switch and Colress, and they grabbed the Colress, not realizing, oh, wait a minute. What if I don't have a way to switch? Which I think is what happened, low-key. Which is great, because then we can Guardy, Psychic Embrace to ourselves, retreat. Back into Klefki and hang out. Or their switch card, all it needs is the energy, which obviously they have. JK. So they're going to get to 7 and Mirage Gate? I don't understand, though, why wouldn't they want to just take the knockout with Raikou. There was no reason for them to try to take a KO with Moon. Yeah, I'm actually pretty confused. I don't know why they did that. That's a terrible play, in my opinion. They should have just come up with Raikou. This is terrible. Terrible play. I don't know why they do that. No, I just played a little bit of Bolt. I just wanted to get a little bit of the ins and outs of the deck, just see it a little bit. But yeah, it's got glaring weaknesses for sure. And I don't have fun myself playing just like helmet decks, beat stick decks. Like those type of decks aren't fun for me. I like decks that require a little more skill and stuff involved in them. Stamp is probably pretty good here. I know they're already at 2, but Arven. Still no Arven. And like we're gonna Iono them back up to 5 because we need to find Kirlias. Oh, there's an Arven. So unrealistic, I swear. We definitely have to get this down now, though. We're gonna Iono again next turn when they take the KO. We have the Dark from Monkey Dory. Chilling. Wish one of these were Psychic. Oh, there's Tiamivo. Great. Cool, so we kind of have less stuff we need for the next turn. Don't need this anymore. Joust! Go crazy, Klefki. Joust him! Cam, you're back. What's up? Welcome back. Alright, so we are going to be in a very tough spot. We're not going to have enough energy and discard to do anything crazy. We only have 3 Psychic. Like, I don't want to Super Odd Klefki back in. I feel like it already did its job, slowing game down enough. It did make them burn their Prime Catcher, but I'll probably Rod back in. Ralts, Kirlia, Drift, Loon. I should Ultra Ball before the Iono, too. Ah, so they're going to save the Moon. Smart. Okay. Saving the Moon to KO the Guardy, which is Smart. Guardy will finally come into play this turn. I do want to use the rod. Like, I want to use this Ultra Ball, I just can't. Before the Iono, I wanted to use it after, but... Oh, actually, this is perfect now. Because we could evolve the 1, could attach, and then I could Iono. Okay, so Drift Blim and Brave Charm gets us to that. Not even Drift Blim, we have the Monkey Dory. Brave Charm. Oh, sick. So, to get the knockout, we do have to risk only having one Curly on play this next turn. So I think it's fine. Is there a Drifloon? I don't know, I think it's a Drifblim, my bad. Yeah. So that's a KO there. Their only response right now is Moon. They already used their Prime Catcher Gust. I feel like I'm not too worried about anything else. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking of like something interesting here. Hold on. 80. If I take off 30, it's at 50. Back to 80. Times 3 is 240. Okay, okay. Because I wanted to put the 30 here. Force them to find a stadium, and then they KO themselves with gouging, so I was trying to put them in a spot like that. Because 7 times 3 is still 210, so we still get the KO here. Bloom Blast! Alright, so... Sorry, y'all. So we're gonna have Tyono again. Motion that switches math. Never mind. Okay, we're thinking about running Monkey Dory in the L4 Ogrepon deck because you're already running Luminous Energies right now. Well, do you have a way to like damage yourself? Because even in the all Ogrepon deck, you should theoretically looking to be always one-shotted or always two-shotted, no matter what, where math is clean, and then. Based on your matchup, your attacker should be able to take one-shots too. Like, what does Monkey Dory fix, I guess, is what I'm basically trying to ask. Oh. Goodbye, Drifloon. It's nice knowing you. Don't need this anymore, so this is going active for sure. This is going to be the problem here, though. We're going to want this KO. How many Ionos are we down? I think 3. Yeah. Did save the Pal Pad, though. Which is good. So we're going to need Tyono again. We finally got a Vessel. But we're not energy starved anymore. Let's see. What are we going to do here? You had the idea. Yeah, that makes sense, just because of the energies. Just doesn't have, I think, kind of the synergy, it really needs or that you're looking for. Like, Guardian makes sense. just because you're putting damage on yourself, and we lose. Unless they don't have a stadium. If they frenzied gouging, have to knock themselves out, then we do have a shot here, because we'll Iono them to 1. Okay. So we're going to need to find a guard. If they don't have the stadium and they have to gouging, this is so funny. Yeah. So putting the 30 there, like I said last turn we were looking for, mattered big time. We will not take 2 prizes, but we could take 1 prize next turn. Okay. Like, Iono comes in for sure. I'm trying to think, like, what the best thing for us to do is. They're going to send up a Comfey, obviously. The one without the board. I think we're sending Crest for sure. Heal the damage. Crest survives a hit from, like, a Cramorant. All their big Pokemon are, like, accounted for, right? Where's the hands? Hands isn't... Okay. So we have to Iono them to 1. There is a Guardian in the deck. There is an Ultra Ball in the deck. Okay. Okay. There's the Palpad. Could put Iono's back. I don't want to clog the deck up. Could just Arven guaranteeing the Guardy, but then, like, we lose to a boss. But there's their boss, there's their Prime Catcher. Lost Box should only play 1 boss. Because theoretically, attacking with Gardevoir is our best option here. I did not mean to mention that Ralts. Whoops. So there is a way. Attacking with Guardy is our safest bet. Alright, so we just win the game next turn. None of this matters. Like, Brave Charm doesn't matter. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. It's they have it or they don't. So, let's see. Alright, we just win or lose. Alright. Let's see what happens. Charm on something in case of bundle. Yeah. That makes sense, Moshi, but the reason I didn't is theoretically, like, I don't think the new versions of Lost Box are playing bundle. At least from the lists I've seen, but you are absolutely correct, yeah. I should have charmed something to play around bundle. But to play around bundle, they need... Oh, they could just Sableye. Duh. Sableye Psychic Energy. Like, yes. Why is their opponent downstumming? They have a game. I don't know why they're upset. So, not a super great matchup for Guardy. Especially we're not playing Jirachi now, so, like, matchup gets tough. So let's try another one. Give me a second, guys. Alright, give me 1 second here. Let me just make sure I got this. Let me make sure I get this. Okay. So got the 2 things I needed there. Is Jirachi worth a spot in the list, or think you just play matchup roulette? Yeah, I don't think it's so much matchup roulette familiar, because the only deck Jirachi saves you against is like Sableye. Like, it doesn't stop Dragapult. There's just no need to play Jirachi. Like, I would never play it. And then there's like no room in the list anymore. Man, what is everyone playing on the ladder today? Like, am I in Arc League or Pikachu League? I've not hit like one meta deck in like 2 hours. We're just playing all absolute, like, crazy decks I'll see at table like 1072 at a regional. Like, why are we not hitting anything meta? We prize 2 Ralts. So, how do we let our opponent not know we prize 2 Ralts? We grab the Manaphy, right? Because we saw the mulligan that was water energy. So we're scared of Greninja. So our opponent thinks that's why we're grabbing that. But in reality, oh my goodness, did we prize Ralts? Double Ralts plus Heavy Ball? We did. Okay. So, the other games, the issue was getting out Kirlia. This game, the problem is getting out Ralts. TCG Live said today, you're not playing anything that evolves. You need to play big basics and just swing. It's the only way. Letting you have any fun. So I'm like, oh no. Can't be playing Dragapult that just sends 4 Seal Stone to a Treepy? Oh no. Somebody's got to tell him. Who's going to tell him? You want to see a stream match at the bottom tables? Like, give me only 0-4s and see the abysmal plays. That would be funny. Just seeing, like, 2 theme decks going at it. Let's see what happens. But, alright. Can we hit anything that I'm expecting to see at NAIC? Literally any deck. Just to see what Guardy does into it. Alecki Engineer, okay. So our opponent's playing Regieleki VMAX and Miraidon. Alright, what are we playing here, opponent? Let's see. We just can't open an Arvin to save our lives, like. We don't have a basic, which is fine. We get it again. But even in our, like, mulligans, I haven't, like, seen an Arvin. Like, I would love to see an Arvin, right? I just want to look at it. I forgot what the card even looks like. I haven't seen it in, like, 17 games. Can I just see what Arvin looks like? Game, can you just show me what the card Arvin physically looks like? We only played 2 Dark Energies and we opened both. Oh, we prized a Ralts and a Kirlia, that's fine. 1 Guardian. Ooh, our prize cards are like rough low-key, guys. Like really, really rough. Arvin. Okay. At least it says it's dark. Next turn, Arvin? Like, Arvin would be so cool. Oh, this is going to be pretty tough, isn't it? Yeah. The Zard matchup is a close matchup, though. Hey, Arvin, I know what the card looks like. I haven't seen it in so long. But yeah, this matchup's usually pretty close. I think we're just cooked, though, because we prized a whole Ralts Curly Gardevoir line or Collapse Stadium which is one of the ways we get Guardi EX off the board after powering something up. And an Arven. So, like, yeah, I think we just lose. Just, like, due to prize cards already, we just lose. But we're going to see what we can do. Arven! What do I want to bench? I guess, like, our opponent probably does an Iono this next turn. So it would be kind of cool to grab Stamp. Like, anticipating the KO. Yeah, I'm going to do that. The reason I'm not playing the Poffin, if we Poffin and don't grab a Ralts, they're going to know we prized 2. I could get a Drifloon down and ready, though. That's like kind of a way to disguise what we prized, right? Yeah. I almost did slap for 30. Whoops. Drifloon. Did I say Drifblim again? My bad. Drifloon goes crazy. Alright, so... not a bad setup. I do wish that Drifloon was a 3rd Ralt. But... it is what it is. We're going to have a rough time finding a Guardi EX, though, because we did prize one. Well, so our opponent had Rare Candy Pidgeot without using Forest Seal Stone yet. And they're going to have Rare Candy Zard without using Quick Search or Forest Seal Stone. We are in trouble. Do we have enough energy to take the KO with a Drifloon that's charmed up? We'll have 1, 2, 3. Not at all. Okay. Yeah, we don't have enough energy. So it's okay if we 2-shot a Zard, right? Because if we're going 2 for 2, like with 2 1-prizers, it's okay. If we get something crazy with like Drifloon, Guardi, Counter Catcher, Brave Charm, enough energy, knock out Pidgeot. Scoop Up Cyclone is not the A-spec you play in Zard, so thank you for that, opponent. Ouch. There goes one of our only Curlia. Okay. So, how do we respond to this, right? Definitely gonna conceal the cards first. There's another energy. Not gonna need Flutter Mane. Thing is, they just have Quick Search, right? Yeah, they just go Quick Search, KO the Guardi. Oh my gosh. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4. We would need 1 more energy in the Charm for like this boss to work on Pidgeot. Loki, I might go for it though. Right? We already considered. No, we're not gonna hit it. We're not gonna hit it. Yeah, we're not gonna hit that. Thought so. We did a Charm though. This sucks. We have so many things that we searched for. We can take out the Charmander. Because then if they boss KO the Guardy... Yeah, let's do that. Let's load some stuff up, actually. Let's Vessel so we can get energies out. We can load some things up. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do... We're going to knock out the Charmander. 20. 40. So we're heading for 80. We're going to knock out the Charmander. We're going to prep this so this could hit for a little bit of damage. We're going to get rid of these next turn. I'm just going to hold those, actually. Give ourselves a pivot. Yeah, this is just so weird. I don't know how we're drawing like this. It's so bad. Oh, I totally forgot about Monkey Dory. Whoops. I should have moved 10 damage counters off of the Screamtail. And put it onto the Zard. Yeah. Whoops. That was on me. Or like I could have put it on the Pidgeot too. They for sure just quick search Boss KO Guardy. Which is okay if we could get into... I prized one of the rods, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So we have to get into our last rod. Let's put this Gardevoir back, which... Okay, so they're going to Boss KO Guardy, Screamtail... Oh, they get the Manaphy down. So Screamtail cannot chase another one prizer on the bench. Okay. Screamtail does not chase another one prizer on the bench. What to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. We need to hit into Arven, Rod, Iono. Okay, we're going to retreat first. We do have a Curlia. It's good. We're down to 3, so we have to take a prize here. Okay, we can take a prize here, which is good. But then we can't get the rod. Oh, no. Do we have Counter Catcher still in deck? We have 2... And the rod. We have to rod this turn. And we have to get another Ralts into play. But we also need a boss, because if we don't take 2 prizes, we just lose. We have to take 2 prizes this turn. Here, let's see. If I don't take 2 prizes this turn... No, yeah, we have to. Because if I don't take 2 prizes this turn, let's just say I Arven, I Rod, our opponent goes to 2, we're at 5. Say I come up, swing with a Drifloon, take a knockout, we're at 3. Our opponent knocks out Drifloon, they're at 1. Yeah. It just never works. And get rid of something, buddy. Like, maybe. Whole line needs to go back. I don't know, though. There's just no way. There's no way we win this game, actually. Yeah. We just did not draw anything. I'm glad we faced a meta deck, though, for once. It's just impossible to win games when you get extremely unrealistic draws, which is what PTCGL is good for. That's why I don't play much ladder. I just use it for a lot of online testing, like with friends. It's more convenient, but ladder to me seems always just so unrealistic in the draws you get. Why? How? I won every coin flip for the past 2 hours. How's that possible? That's not gonna happen. Let's see what we open with. Well, we did start that, so. But the rest of our hand is dead, of course. We have 6 1-ofs in our hand, but can't open any of the 4-ofs, like Arven, Poffin, Ralts, anything. So let us see what top deck is. Cool. Team Evolution is going to do absolutely nothing for us. Because we have a Kirlia. We have 2 Kirlia and no Ralts. Your opponent flip pens 7 times in a row. That's what I'm saying. It's so unrealistic. I'm how? Are we playing against Miraidon or are we playing against Future Box? We are about to find out. Depending on our top deck, though, we could be in trouble. Why is our opponent taking so long? We could always TM Evo into Guardy EX, but we have no drawn board, no nothing. Best top deck would be a Poffin, and we have so many. Well, you can't squawk and see his opponent. I hope you know that, right? Please tell me you know that. Okay. At least they used Boss to squawk. But yeah, we have so many good outs, like Arven, Poffin, even an Iono I would take at this point. There's 16 cards I want to draw into. And watch, we're going to draw into, the 1-of Collapsed, or, 1-of Manaphy this turn. I just know it. Come on, opponent. The deck you're playing does not take this much thought, I promise. It's very easy. You already played a supporter. You just used Miraidon. You can squawk and seize now. It's okay. You're good. Or they did squawk. My fault. I'm going to retreat first while I can. Hate getting rid of a Kirlia. There we go. Like I said, we draw into our 1-of Collapse, see? Arven. Poffin. Poffin. I could put this collapse in play now. Stop. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, so we do have a bunch of refinements next turn. Because at least we have the one in our hand. So we will get 3 refinements next turn. We can find an attacker. We can find a Gardevoir. There's a lot of stuff we have going for us now. Probably play another game of Raging Bolt Ogrepon to close it out. And then I got some stuff to do around the house before I head to bed. So I'll give it a couple more games here. See what happens. So our opponent looks like couldn't do much. the Curlia here. We have Brave Charm, so we just need to find Guardian some attackers, and we're chilling. First thing I want to do is go after this guy, though. Guess we can get rid of the Palpad. Oh, I don't want to, though. I don't want to get rid of the One Rod either. We need Brave Charms to reach for KOs. Has to be Palpad. We don't have any energies. We also don't have any attackers. Take them back. We don't have any good attackers. There's like nothing. I mean, I want a vessel, but I don't want to dump anything. So I'm just going to pull something out of the deck I can refinement away. I mean, we could two-shot this thing. I think it doesn't make any sense. We just joust. It's cool. We're chilling. I don't think we're in a rush. Okay, so our opponent did nothing. Either they're AFK or their hand's dead. Okay, so still on energy. Finally got some energies. There we go. Cool. We have exactly 4, 2. Come on, game. 3 and 4 and Balloon Burst. I'm not gonna play the Iono. It's like I said, either our opponent's hand is dead or they're AFK. But if it is dead, we don't want to refresh it, and I have a lot of stuff in hand that I want to use myself. So here comes the Raichu. Were they waiting for like a boss KO on Guardy or something? I'm not sure. Okay. Okay. So I see what they were doing here. So they weren't AFK, their hand was just dead. And then now, the reason I kept our Klefki alive is because I know when this comes into active, we can't use the Guardy, so... This thing gets KO'd. I'm not going to Iono them now. So we do have this. We have this. No reason to stamp yet. Yeah, our opponent concedes. Cool. Supposed to be a good matchup for our opponent, but what's cool is maybe Klefki was enough to shut them down turn 1, or maybe for once they kind of got a dead hand too, which does not seem to be like what happened tonight. Seems like our opponent always had it. Okay, so we got some credits. We have those. So we pull out of here. Nemona's Backpack. Reverse Noibat. Ooh, I love the art on this card. Spalafin. Hey, my boy, just not the right version. Alright, so let's try again. Sorry, my dog's out over there. I don't know what he's doing right now. Let's see if we lose a coin flip for once. Like I said, I'll do a couple games. 1v1 UK. Yeah, maybe I will in a bit. I want to see, though, if I could hit anything relevant on ladder. Because I do need to be testing these decks into meta decks, but nobody on ladder was playing them for some reason tonight. Okay, so we're playing a mirror match. We went first. You get this energy in the discard pile, at least. Do I want to? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we do have an Arvind Evil TM turn 2. Why is this not working for me? Sorry guys, I'm trying to fix something real quick. Okay, so they have the Monkey Dory down. They got the Evo before us. So they are in a better spot. Probably would be better to just do this and this. Do this. Not that I don't have an attacker, right? Yeah. Well, let's Evo. Moshi, who'd win the best 3 or gem? Curious thing, depends on... Yeah, it definitely depends on the deck. It depends what we're playing into each other. Obviously, I coached and taught my brother, and I know he's a very good player, so it'll depend on the deck. For example, if I'm playing Chen Pao and he's playing Snorlax, like, he's going to win. Easy no matter what. Every time. Or let's say... what's another really bad matchup? Let's say I'm playing Bolt Ogrepon, or let's say I'm playing Blissey, he's playing Dragapult, right? Like, I'm going to win that every time, too. Dangle Mirror. It'll depend who goes first. Whoever goes first is going to be extremely favored in that mirror match. Especially with all the new cards, it's really hard for them now to miss turn 2, like Catcher Clone on Manaphy with Ninja. So like someone will get all their Dango sniped first. I don't know why this is not logging me in right now. Just sitting here doing nothing. There we go. Man, what is going on? Ooh, so they are going to put that into play. Okay. Flutter Mane. So we'll take Flutter Mane KO and put 2 damage counters somewhere? Okay. We could just re-KO Flutter Mane with our Flutter Mane, right? Or would that be weird? If anyone wants to do some stuff with them, Cam, see you. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in, though. Like I said, thanks for coming back, too, and being here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. So this Ralt's going to take the damage, okay. So we crest the damage off, right? Knock out their Curlia, probably. This is only basics, right? My active in general? Okay. How many energy do we have in here? 3 psychic, okay. We need a psychic energy and a guard EX. That is neither of them. I probably have to put down Ninja. Concealed cards. What gives me better odds here? Stamp, and then I could play a supporter, or Iono, because I haven't seen Guardy. Probably Iono, right? Yeah. Because we haven't seen a Guardy yet. Oh, is she going to go to bed? Yeah. Definitely head to bed if it's your bedtime. Thank you for tuning in as always. Truly do appreciate you for always being on here and hanging out with me. It's awesome, dude. Good night. Alright. So we did kind of just get everything we needed there. Which is kind of nuts. One, 2, 3. It's 20, 40, 60, 80. Yeah, we're chilling. I can attach this. I'll save for next turn. I'll save the counter catcher too. I'll just pick off a Curlia for now. We'll get our Monkey Dory down this turn after they take the KO. So Fluttermane's going to KO the Curlia here, but they won't knock out the Cress. So the only way they take 2 prizes this turn is with Gust on a Curlia, and then Monkey Dory move the damage to our damaged Curlia, and then poke it with the Fluttermane. So we will see. Corey Hills, how about some Lugia? Yeah, I'll probably play a game of Lugia or 2 before I hop off for sure. Once this match concludes here. Our opponent is going through an Artisan right now. What can they get that would be problematic for us? Nothing real. I do wish we had a Monkey Dory down, though. Pretty soon we're going to have to start using some real attackers. So we'll probably Scream Tail their Monkey Dory this coming turn. We could even countercatch or Drifloon if we find the Charm and KO their big Guardy. Like, that would actually be crazy. So we'd retreat. So we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We would need a little bit for that to work. But let's see what they do. Okay, so they are going to get the double KO. Hopefully they hit the Curlia with energy. I'm going to get the one without the energy. Okay. So they're going to KO double Curlia here. They're going to go down to 3. We have Iona. We have Countercatcher. Let's see here, though. If this retreats... Countercatcher knock this out. Do we just go for that in general? Think so. I low-key think that is actually the play. Dude, why does this keep logging me out? Okay, so we're gonna promote this. I want this for sure. Both Brave Charms are still in there. So we can get there. And we have the help of Monkey Dory too. Which now comes down. We get to attach. I want to concealed cards first. There's the Brave Charm. Okay, so we kind of might have just hit it all here. As long as we can Iono into like another energy. Oh, and oh my goodness. Yeah, we hit it all there. It's crazy. Because there are 3. This is going to be energy number 4 when we retreat. No, we're still 1 energy short, right? Yeah. We're so close. Okay, so... What do I want to do, though? Should I just KO the Monkey Dory? Or should I KO the Ralts? I low-key want to KO this Ralts. Wait, let me think. 4 Psychic would be 240. If we put 3 damage counters on it, 270. Yeah, no. So what we'll do is... We'll go 20. 40. So this retreats. This could retreat. And then what I'm going to do... Next turn, collapse damage. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. 20, 40, 60. I want to retreat. Hold on. Alright, guys, hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Someone's knocking. I'm busy. Where are you guys? Pumbaa, come here. Come here, Pumbaa. go to the bathroom. No, no, this is busy. Luca, come here. He's got to go to the bathroom. Yeah, I'm streaming live. Luca, come here, come here. Why don't you go inside? Come on, come on. Here. Here, here. I don't want it there. Alright. Back, y'all. Sorry. Did we miss our turn? That's the question. Did we miss our turn? No, we didn't. Okay. But, because I was distracted, someone was knocking at the door. I turned. I double attached energy to two things that could retreat instead of spreading it. So I didn't get the KO to put me at 4. Now I just lose. Your opponent has enough to retreat. I wonder why they own it first. That misplay, though, like misclick's going to cost me the game. Someone was knocking. I meant to spread the energy to knock this out with 80 with Moonglow Reverse, so I'm at 4. Then my opponent knocks me out. They go to 2. And then this turn, we have this and enough energy in discard to knock out the big Guardy. So it's 2 to 2. And I was going to collapse or Turo our big Guardy away, deny a multi-price turn from our opponent. They're forced to take 1. But to do that, they need to get another Guardy in play, and then we win by just knocking it out. That's what was supposed to happen, but it didn't. So now let's see. Interesting, actually. Wait, that's really interesting. I wonder, why are they going to Cress? Are they going to Cress knock out my Curlia? And put themselves to 2? Wait, why? Really confused. Why they? Why would they do that? Huh. Yeah, I'm super confused, Loki. I'm just going to reshuffle that up. Oh, I didn't play an Iona. Never mind. I played Unfair Stamp, so it's fine. Whoa, almost misplayed there big time. It's like risky. Does anyone see that? Oh, no. It just left. Okay. I had to pick that up, but if they just gust this, they're in like a pretty good spot. If they just gust KO the Curlia, then our opponent's in a really good spot. It was just like, if I don't pick this up, they win, because they just get to go Brave Charm, plus their Drifloon. My phone keeps logging me out of what I'm trying to do, yo. So annoying. I'm trying to do this thing for work, It keeps, like, logging me out of my portal. I don't know why. It's like every time I look up and can't read it, and it's, like, sitting here. Just can't do anything. That's not true. That is the correct email and password. Alright. We're just going to close all this for now. Alright, so after this I'll do one more with Lugia. And then I'm going to call that a night for me. Let's see. Pretty sure we lose this game after missing that KO. And our opponent is playing literally like a turtle that it makes me not even want to play the game because of how slow they play. It's gonna be counter catcher. I don't know. Year Guardy. There's not enough energy in there finally. Oh, I should have promoted this. Is there enough energy still? Oh, okay, there's 5. Ooh, I thought I. Am I really not gonna hit what I need? There's the Iono, but we didn't counter catcher. As long as counter catcher's in deck. Oh no, we had to dump one. It's not in the deck. It's not in the deck. It's not in the deck. This changes things then. Yeah, wow. That is pretty bad. Yeah, we can't win. Whoops. Alright, let me do one Lugia game before I hop off. Because there's, like I said, there's a couple stuff I gotta do before bed. And then I'm a little tired, so now I'm just starting Misplay Central, so that's my fault, y'all. Let me try to lock in and focus, actually, for Lugia. So I don't give you poor gameplay like that. That's my fault. Let me give you guys one Lugia game. Or another Lugia game, I should say. Sweet, no Gust. Yeah, familiar, that's what I said. I forgot the, like, turn before, or, at the beginning of the game when I dumped the counter catcher. I, like, just totally forgot and was like, whoops. First with Lugia, yes I do. Leading a Lugia's good. We have a Jacques. We didn't open a Carmine. It's like a little unfortunate. We're playing against Gardy. Okay. Gardy kind of farms us, though. Low-key. They can just Scream Tail double chop, so we can't do anything. So... We'll see how this goes. This isn't a great matchup for us, but we did go first. So if we get hands early... Oh my gosh, and we don't have a Carmine or anything. This actually might go pretty bad so far, y'all. Let's try again. Let's try one more time. Like theoretically, because it's so if they don't like Evo TM this turn, we get an extra turn. So we could Jock Read the Wind, and we might be okay. But we'll see what happens here. Okay, so far it looks like they don't. They do have the evolution TM, so we are on a little bit of a clock now. I love how we pulled 2 1-of supporters, but not a 4-of supporter in Carmine. Gotta love the online algorithm. Not even gonna check our prizes at this point. Read the Wind. I should have benched the second Lugia. Uh-oh. Why didn't I bet? Oh, I should have benched the second Lugia. That might have been a massive misplay. Because if they knock out this Lugia, we just lose the game. I don't know why I did it. Uh-oh. How many energy they can discard? They can get a Vessel. Get a second... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If that Ultra Ball dumps like an energy or 2, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't bench a second Lugia, y'all. I should have totally benched the second Lugia. Oh no, if this puts more energy into the discard pile, they don't need that much, it only has 220. Then we really lose. Yeah, that's 3, so that's 60. It's hitting for 180 already. Oh boy. And they still have... So there's how many in there now? 3 Psychics. If this Lugia stays alive, we might be chilling, because we're going to hands for 2. I should have probably checked if hands was in deck, but... Oh. Or maybe we should close the game out with hands for 2, right? Yeah, that might make more sense. And maybe just try to set up a second Minccino, because what we can do is Minccino KO Guardy for 2, hands for 2, Roseanne's back up with that Legacy Energy and hands, and then hands to like close the game. Yeah, that might be the play. I don't know though. I think, yeah, I feel like Guardy just farms Lugia in general, like in this new format. So we'll see. We'll Aroma first. It's like, I want to hands this, but they have an easy response. This already has 120 on it. I should low-key just swing. Yeah. Not going to do that. Not going to get all fancy. What we are going to do is do this. I think I am going to hands it. I'll explain why in a sec. No, maybe not. I want to, and it's like, because I have the Roseanne's back up in hand, so I could put everything back in right after, but I'm probably going to get Iono'd because it's Guardy, so it probably doesn't make the most sense to like hands here. We'll just take clean KO and be fine with it. And then what we do here, we like split the energies, but only put 1 on this to make it less enticing to like go for. Yeah, and I'm not even gonna play supporter. I'm just gonna go with that. Alright. So we took one of our energies. Here's the thing, though. So they take, 2 prizes here. We Cinccino take 2, right? So it's 3 to 4. They'll KO the Cinccino. Okay, so they're not going to take 2 here. They're going to take one of the chops. Okay, so we need to... That means we have to set up, like, Iron Hands now. Though I could KO this Guardy. Because if I... It's 250, so I just need 4 energy. Honestly, we could even hit 260. So I could attach double... I could attach 2 energy here and be chilling and save this one. Stamp's fine, low-key. Our hand was awful. Okay, so they take the KO here. I have to Ultra Ball and bench a hands. Wait. So it's at 280, so I just need 4 energy. Okay. So, splitting up the energy ended up biting me in the butt last turn. It's like I have to get hands. Right? I could just Luminion here and like research or Carmine, sorry. 280 KOs this though too. It's super unfortunate. I could like risk it, right? But then if I Carmine into 5, because I forgot the Ogrepon 2 snipes 2 things. There's so many things I forgot. But, like, I don't like my odds here. I really don't like my odds here. But I think I have to. It's the only way. So first thing I'm going to do, increase my odds to draw everything I need. Because I need to draw cards, right? So, I'm going to Primal Turbo first. Let me put the 4 energy onto here. We'll put this in a jet. That's fine. Alright. Now we have to hit a Minccino, and we didn't. So, GG's. Yeah, Lugia does not want to work with me today, y'all. But, appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching, as usual. I'll be here again next week. Hopefully Lugia decides to give us some better luck next week. Our games can be better. But, like I said, there's a couple stuff I got to take care of tonight, so I'm going to hop to that pretty soon. And then I'll catch you guys on the next one. As always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Catch you all next week. Good night.